Hey, ¿qué pasa? Bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo y en esta ocasión traigo la guía de la misión de Nepheli Lux y Kenneth. Para empezar tendremos que estar en el castillo de Godric y muy cerca de donde peleamos habrá una pequeña sala y allí estará Nepheli pues hablando con un señor bastante muerto, así que tendremos que interactuar con ella.
I am Nepheli Lux, tarnished and warrior like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me aid the fight. Apologies. As fellow tarnished, we must down whatever road takes us to...
Nos dirá que la invoquemos para ayudarnos contra Godric y lo podemos hacer o no, pero una vez que hayamos derrotado a Godric aparecerá en la mesa redonda y nos dará un amuleto y después tendremos que hablar con Gideon y se irá, simplemente.
I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nepheli Lux, we met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses. Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth it.
I understand you've been speaking to Nepheli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
Cuando ya se haya ido de la mesa redonda tendremos que ir dirección a la aldea de los albináuricos y allí abajo del puente estará ella para ofrecernos un poco más de diálogo.
Oh, it's you. Well, what do you make of it? What's happened to this village? I witnessed a sight much the same in my infancy. The oppression of the weak. Murder and pillage unchecked. A waking nightmare made by men. But this time, I'm a woman grown. And though the suffering cannot be undone, I can still mete out justice. Justice to the oppressors. Let the scars I carve remind them. I am Nepheli Lux, warrior.
Tras acabarlo tenemos que acabar con el jefe de la zona y volver a la mesa redonda porque ya habrá cambiado de ubicación.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think. Ah, you. Please. It's pathetic, I know.
see you found another wonderful. Make the journey to the capital. The two things you may be, for we are. Ah, you've already heard. Indeed, it seemed the whelp harbored suspicions, so I had no further use for her. Honestly, what's a man to do? A determined plebeian is more wicked than an omen horn, quite frankly. I suspect that's just what the Queen wants. A dose of ambition to incite the tarnished.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think. So you know already, do you? Right. It's true. My father cast me out for indulging my emotions, forgetting the mission, punishment for offing his pawns. Lord Gideon has offered me guidance all my life. I would have done anything for him, to place him on the throne of Elden Lord. And yet though it was not my intent, I betrayed him. And I can no longer trust in Father. To think he'd order his men to enact such tragedy. Where is the justice he purports in that? He once told me that if he became Elden Lord, he would never allow the downtrodden to be cheated ever again. Was he simply lying to me? No, how could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance. And now, I've lost it.
Tras hacer lo que habéis visto al inicio, pasaremos a la misión de Kenneth y empezaremos yendo al TP que hay en la zona de las afueras del bosque neblinoso. Allí tendremos que subir por encima del puente extraño que hay y hablar con él.
You've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but no, but the help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool! And plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
Cuando terminemos el diálogo, sacaremos en conclusión que tendremos que ir a su fuerte y eliminar a todos los bichos que no deberían estar ahí. Así que vamos a su fuerte, que la localización pues aparecerá en el vídeo, y tras derrotar a los enemigos tendremos que volver a hablar con él. Una vez hayamos terminado con todos sus diálogos, como siempre digo, se irá de esa zona y volverá a la parte superior de su castillo. Allí podremos volver a hablar con él y, agotando los diálogos de nuevo, finalizaremos su misión.
Right then, time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erd Tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind, under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Height, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch. Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask, would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erd Tree's true order. And who knows, perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not? Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erd Tree blessed. Right then, I've much to do. is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort. Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I must begin my for a true.
Cuando hayamos terminado la misión de Kenneth, nuestro próximo destino serán los 4 campanarios. Allí tendremos que abrir el cofre que hay arriba del todo y abrir el teletransportador que se muestra en pantalla. Una vez regresemos a la zona inicial y consigamos la ceniza de guerra que podéis ver, volvemos con Nepheli y se la damos.
Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it. I'm not like Roderica. I don't feel the presence of spirits, let alone see them. Still, this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk. Thank you. In this ash, I can smell the ancient storm. It reminds me of my first hawk.
Una vez le hayamos entregado la ceniza a Nepheli, después de descansar en la gracia, nos daremos cuenta de que se ha ido al castillo de Godric en la sala del trono y estará allí junto con Kenneth, con el que acabamos de hacer la misión, y con el vasallo que le golpea la cabeza contra el suelo a Godric una vez lo derrotamos. Nos dará la piedra de mejora que podéis ver en pantalla y atención que el vasallo también vende otra por 20.000 runas, así que tenedlo en cuenta porque está bastante bien.
Again, I am Nepheli Lux, warrior. Some call me by the title of Lady, but I remain the same woman underneath, though I have now abandoned my former guidance. I cannot express how much you've helped me. Should you become Elden Lord, I would gladly lighten your burden. Farewell, fellow. I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance and your fight surely lie elsewhere.
Ah, nice to see you after so long. Safe and sound, I take it, yes? Good. Ah, quite. I have indeed selected a new ruler. Lady Nepheli is strong and just, worthy of the burden of Limgrave's lineage. Such is the sincere opinion of I, Kenneth Height, no less. For the time being under the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my old promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is just as wonderful as you imagine.
Ah, you, is it? Haven't seen your mug in quite some time. As you can see, I'm the new lady's attendant. Freedom was worth squat. Besides, I like it round here. Lady Nepheli still fair of heart and countenance. Still, I have the lady's trust, so I can loot all the corpses I like. I'll let you take a look at the goods if you fancy.
Adiós.